very, very last second.
Can Everton fashion one last opportunity here? They've got 4 minutes to do so. This is Wheeler to push it forward. She carrying field. Momiki lays it off. Space on the left-hand side maybe here. Wheeler again with the run on the left flank, and it's here Kendall across, not for the first time here, and cleverly wins a throw. Yeah, that's a good call from the official. Well, time to get your player of the match, Molly.
Well, as you can see, I've gone with Georgia Mullet. You know, I think a goal and an assist in a really important game for Villa, but it was a tough one between Gago as well, because she's played really well for Everton, but I think the 2 goals, like the goal and the assist, the pass to Kirst Hansen from Mullet was outstanding, so I think she deserves it today.
First start in the WSL this season as well, and thoroughly enjoyed her performance, and deserved winner for me. When you're under pressure, you're taking the place of Rachel Daly. You know that the spotlight's on you, you've got to perform, and she did just that. Kirsty Hansen, of course, there on the right with the second for Villa. At that stage, I thought it might end up being the winner. As it was, Everton came back into it. And then the own goal from Ruby Mace looks like it's going to be the difference. It's never the best way to settle a fixture. As Molly has suggested, Everton have got positives coming out of this fixture, but they haven't got any points. Or have they? Called it too soon in the first half. Vignola looking to get forward. No nonsense from Delon. Nodded back towards Vignola, and it's a claim from D'Angelo, who shouts loudest. Two minutes to see this one out. Just a touch, that'll do.
Yeah, and Villa will be happy to just walk to this ball and take the throw in as slowly as possible to try and run this time down.
Three points, which should see Villa jump up a few places in the standings. It depends on results elsewhere, of course, just behind Brighton and London City Lionesses. But with Brighton currently losing, London City have already played this weekend. It will see Villa jump to 6 on goal difference from the newly promoted side and heavy spenders of the league. It's presuming that Villa get over the line. Everton looking for one last chance to get a third. Vignola, who's worked tirelessly, does get the cross in. Gago might get a second goal, and does! Well, with a minute of the added-on 5 remaining, Vignola with the cross from the right-hand side, and Gago had 2 bites of the cherry, and those Everton travelling supporters will certainly celebrate a point, that's for sure. And Gago makes sure she had time in enough to smash into the net.
Yeah, and Vignola's done so well here to get this cross in, and Gago smashes it in the back of the net, doesn't it? And maybe she should be sharing the Player of the Match award with Georgia Mullet now. Maybe I made a bit of a mistake.
Well, we press you to give it early, and it's always on the condition that something late doesn't happen, but we should have been warned, because something late has happened in this game, as it did in the first period.
But what an important goal for Everton there, and for Sorensen. For his team to be able to come back and get another goal in this game, so important, and might push them on in the league even more now.
And forward towards Daly. It's going to bounce through, cleared away. Or maybe it is going to be a draw after all. Well, that is the whistle. And Everton have scrambled a point here. It looked like Natalia Rojo's team were going to get all 3 despite going down early. But Gago at the double has made sure that the Merseysiders have grabbed the point here, and when you look back on the game as a whole, probably a share of the spoils is fair. Gago got the first, well taken on 11 minutes, and she got the equaliser at 95. Georgia Mullet, in her first start in the WSL this season, had a real impact in this fixture as well, and she managed to get the leveller, the first leveller of the game, just before half-time. That was before Villa managed to push in front, of course. Mullet this time with the assist. Really good first start of the campaign for Georgia Mullet. She was on England under-23 duty recently. Her goal, then assist. In front for 2-1. And then it was 2-2. Brilliantly curled goal into the corner from the substitute for Everton. Gotta give an awful lot of credit to Kitagawa to make it 2-2. That was with 20 minutes remaining, and at that stage you're thinking Everton potentially can go on and win it. As it was, Macy's own goal, and then Gago's late reply means it's finished here at Villa Park. Aston Villa 3, Everton 3. Well, in the end, Kirsty Hansen has to settle for a share of the spoils and return to the starting lineup. Georgia Mullet there, the two that started the game for Aston Villa. And it's strange, isn't it, because the emotions sway one way or the other, and we talked about momentum shift throughout this game, and it's just been one of those fixtures that looked like Everton were going to dominate and win easy after half an hour. Then you're thinking, well, Villa have got the quality, and they've kicked on to nick it 3-2, and then 3-3. I called it about fair, but I called the result one way and the other. I've got it wrong throughout the afternoon. Is 3-3 fair for you, Molly?
I think in the end, looking at the game, yeah, it probably is a fair result, a draw. You know, I think both teams played fairly well, kept good position, had good chances. But I think it is just about both of them now going into the next game, trying not to concede as many goals. I think that's so important in this league. But I think both managers won't be happy, but they won't be, you know, really upset. They both can wave a point and a fair result in the end, I think.
It's one of those situations, isn't it, that you've got to be pleased with your side's attacking play. And Natalia Rojo's been talking about how well her defence have been doing this season, and the fact that they've managed 3 clean sheets in the WSL. But obviously they've conceded 3 here, and it's never easy to work on everything at the same time. They've got good strikers, and we know that. And maybe we've just seen with Villa have got a bit more strength in depth. Rachel Daly didn't start today, and maybe going forward we'll see a little bit more from the likes of Mullet, from the likes of Kirsty Hansen as well. And although there's Everton fans that we just saw a glimpse of, they will be heading back to Merseyside, and their side haven't won despite dominating the opening half an hour. They're probably going to be pleased with the point in the end. And we can get some post-match reaction from Claire Wheeler of Everton next.
Claire, a point at the end of a quite crazy game. How does that feel?
Yeah, crazy. As you described it, that's how it felt. Obviously, it was a bit end-to-end. I think we started off really well, and then obviously key moments we switched off and they capitalised.
A really good first half performance, and then to go in 1-1 kind of flipped it on its head at the end of the game. Aston Villa probably feel disappointed with a point at the end of it.
Yeah, I think obviously both teams wanted more out of this game, and we both had settled for a draw. And you know, credit to them, they had their chances, they took them. And I think for us, you know, we didn't give up to the final whistle, and we were able to steal the point in the end.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a stranger, isn't it? You're saying congratulations about a point, but it does feel that way for Everton, doesn't it? Especially when you score so late on.
Yeah, I think anything after 90 minutes, you've stolen a point away. I think, especially with, unfortunately, the own goal from Ruby Mace. You know, she'll have been so upset at that, and she'll have wanted to just push her team to go and try and find that equaliser. And Gago obviously did that in the end for her. But yeah, I think it is a point stolen, let's say, for Everton.
Everton grab a point, and given their malaise after that win over Liverpool on match day 1. Probably most welcome for Brian Sorensen. Obviously, Villa have been in slightly better form, and we thought that they might jump up a couple of places in the WSL. That won't happen now. We'll have to wait till the other scores, of course, to come in. But Kelly Gago is a real threat, isn't she? She's got something about her. She plays on the left-hand side. She's got really good footwork. She's a really hard runner. You mentioned Molly in commentary. She always wants to take it with her left foot. She might have to work a little bit on the right, but she's got a lot of quality, hasn't she?
Absolutely, a super talent, and I think if she can maybe get that so she can cut in on the right foot, that gives her something totally different as well, because defenders will be looking at her now thinking, okay, she only wants it on the left, just put her on a right and you can win it against her. But if she can start taking shots with her right, like she did, you know, she scored with her right in the end, her final goal. So I think great talent. Great player and a massive threat.
Yeah, 2 goals from Kelly Gago. Let's take a look back at the match highlights for you from Villa Park. 2 teams sharing 6 goals here, and this the first of them.
Yeah, great left-footed strike from Gago, as we said. She likes to put it on the left, but this time she puts it in the back of the net, and it's from Villa's bad defending, really, not being able to get it away, not marking in the box. Gago's able to get it on the left foot and slot it past the keeper, really. Really well.
Aston Villa got back into the game in the 8th minute of added on time at the end of the first half.
Yeah, right place, right time, definitely. She puts it on her thigh, doesn't matter how they go in, but I think at that point in the game, you know, Everton wanted to get into half-time 1-0, and Mullet does really well to put a team level.
Yeah, neat finish, right place, right time, and Mullet here with the assist. She gets her head up, she knows what she wants to do. That's an inch-perfect ball and a great finish.
Absolutely, Hansen said exactly where she wants it. She's pointed and Mullet's put it on a plate for her, and Kirsty Hansen's done what she does best and puts it in the back of the net. Keeper's got no chance.
Everton then were searching for an equaliser, and this is a cultured finish, isn't it, from Kitagawa, just curling it into the corner.
Great right footed finish. You know, Villa tried to get it away from the corner and Everton are able to come back, but she picks a spot, puts it in the back of the net, and it's such a good finish.
This is a great finish, but not the one that Ruby Mace wanted. Home goal, unfortunately.
Yeah, such a shame for Ruby Mace. Like we said all game, she played well at centre-back, but an intricate corner from Villa, and Ebony Salmon puts it in an area, and Ruby Mace, unfortunately, puts it into the back of her own net.
However, there was a twist right at the end. Kelly Gago with her second, and Everton's third to grab a share of the spoils.
Yeah, Gago with the right-footed finish, right place, right time, able to snatch a draw for a team.
Thumped home with real panache. Well, Gago got 2, but Georgia Mullet got a goal and an assist on her first WSL start of the season, and we can hear from our player of the match next.
Georgia, I'm sure that you'd probably be rather stood here celebrating 3 points, but your first goal at Villa Park, how was that?
Yeah, you know, it's really good. I've been waiting to finally get one in the league. Like you said, it's a shame I couldn't get the 3 points, but I'm glad that I made a goal and assist for the team.
Yeah, your personal performance, a goal and an assist, obviously scored before the international break as well, so getting into a bit of a rhythm now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was my first start as well, so I'm glad that I can contribute this to the team, and hopefully I said last time that I can keep building on it, and it's another step forward today.
I'm sure lots of positives from the team as well, because the performance was there, just a shame the 3 points weren't.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, first 20 we could have started stronger, which probably left to our draw in the end, but we'll work on it, we'll build on it. You know, the manager's telling us good things and we're a good group, so hopefully we can build on it.
Well, congratulations, you are the Barclays WSL Player of the Match.
Thank you, thank you.
A goal and an assist for Georgia Mullet on her first WSL start of the campaign. She played really well to help Aston Villa to a point, but no more, unfortunately, for Natalia Araujo's side. As you can see, results in bar the bottom one. Yesterday, Chelsea beat London City 2-0. City beat West Ham by a goal to nil yesterday, 3-3 here. Brighton 2, Manchester United 3 in the end. Nerves jangling for United fans, but they get over the line with a win. Leicester City 1.